Hello, my little Christmas elves. Do you have a wee bit of Christmas spirit in your veins? I hope so. This film, however I can categorize it, is all about luxe for less, beauty treats for yourself, festive makeup, but, and I know my followers will hopefully, I think you will, you'll definitely agree, that I love to embrace all the trends but do it in a really classy, sophisticated way. So yes, you can wear glitter, yes, you can wear metallics, but it's just how you place it and how you mix it with what you wear and what you put on your face makes it look cool. We're not talking about age-appropriate stuff because I'm really not into that vibe. Everything works for anyone. It's how it makes you feel. So I've got a lot to get through, and I've also got you a little quiz. And I'll put the answers down below in the description. So get ready, pause, get that cuppa on, snuggle up back in your bed, because I know loads of you watching me early morning Saturday, and let's begin. I'm going to show you the end result first of all. She looks nice, doesn't she? She looks all glowy and fabulous. And we're going to start off with my first top tip of a beauty gift. Now, it's Dermatica. I've got an amazing code for you. It's Caroline50 for 50% off. So the normal price is £24.99 a month. It's going to be half price. It's £12.50. I mean, what a lovely gift. If you have any skin issue, even if it's like rosacea or simply your skin is dry, you don't have to have a problem. You could just be not getting what you want out of your skincare. Then please try this because it's a personalised skincare routine. But also why I wanted to say that this is a great gift is that it gives someone a moment to themselves. It gets delivered just like this and you apply it like this just at night. It comes in this little pump. This lasts for a month. That ensures that the actives stay fresh. How many of us have bought vitamin C's or retinols and we sort of find them in the cupboard a few months later and go, is that good to use? I've definitely done that with vitamin C and caused a reaction. Anyway, you use this every night. You run out by the end of the month and guess what? Through the post, another one arrives. Anyway, that is top tip number one. I'm going to pull my hair out my face as I talk to you. There's a conversation that I had with a friend of mine who's a hairdresser at work. His name's Chad Maxwell and he has a hair grip company, I suppose you call it. He produces these beautiful LUXE hair ink clips, I suppose. There's probably a better word for them. Sorry, Chad, if I'm letting you down. He's got some really amazing colours. And I was like, oh, I really, really love those. I used to wear them, but I cannot wear anything like this in my hair because it makes me it feels heavy on my hair. It pulls my hair. I just want to get it off. I just love using silk scrunchies. He's like, have you not read anything about my brand, Caroline? It's exactly that. It is the strongest hair clip that doesn't break, that doesn't snatch or break your skin, your hair. It goes in super, super softly. It is really, really, really lightweight and it doesn't pull your hair. And I was dubious. I was like, yeah, I'm sure it does that. But I just don't like it because it just snatches. Snatches, is that the right word? I can't remember. It just like pulls your hair and breaks it. Break it. I mean, that's what we were before. That's the word we're going for. Definitely got the Crimbo excitement, haven't I? I'm like, I've actually really loved wearing my hair in this like, you know, half up, up down thing. I feel like I'm sort of back in the 80s, but I'm really, really loving it. And they're super stylish. And I'm really, really proud of him for what he's done. There's a great deal on at the moment on his site. All of the products that I'm recommending are under 20 quid. This is Luxe for Less, and this certainly creates this Luxe for Less look. So I'm going to keep that on my hair now. So that's top tip 2. Shall we go straight into the quiz? Now, the reason why I'm doing this quiz with you, because I thought it was hilarious. The other day, I met a PR. So part of my job is meeting PRs. They will talk to me about their brands, the brand founder stories, which I love. I will kind of gravitate to something or not be particularly interested in it, but it just really, really helps me learn about products because it's a full-time job just doing that in itself. And then you go home and you test them and you play with them. And then I basically regurgitate that for you guys. So you know what's going on without having any effort at all, apart from just sipping on your cuppa as you watch me blabber on. And so they said to me, have you heard of MCo? I'm like, I haven't heard of MCo. Any of my Australian fans? Oh my God, who am I? Fans? Any of my lovely Australian followers know of MCo? Because it's a really amazing, it's the best-selling beauty brand in Australia at the moment. It's just come to Supedrug. I really, really wished that I had filmed my reaction to when the lovely Zoe and Andrew showed me the products, because it's absolutely ridiculous. In the fact of, it is a brand of mixed dupes, should I say. So they've very cleverly mimicked for great value products that you will love. And actually the quality is pretty much near what the actual product they've taken from is. So I'm going to flash up the products now and then I'm going to use them in the makeup. But just for the lulz, MCo Beauty, right, where does this product originate from? Write that one down. Next, we've got a beautiful blush, and it is a beautiful blush. So look at this packaging. Yeah, this is going to give it away just a little bit more. I mean, I want to say that it's so naughty. I don't know how they actually get away with it, to be fair. You wait for this one. Oh yeah, I'm not joking. This is the translucent shade. And the last, but not, no, we've got two more. We've got two more. Ready for this? Oh, I haven't even opened this. I haven't even tested it. I'm not using it for this one yet. I'm going to test it next year. But yes, we know what that one is, right? And the last but no means least, Miss Tilbury will be rolling around. Da, 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 da. And the texture is very, very nice. It's very nice. It's not greasy. Maybe I'll show you a little bit later. We can decide what we're going to do with the makeup. I'm not sure definitely it goes really with my red jumper, but yeah, it's the classic pillow talk, right? So MK Beauty, or MCo Beauty, I was correct. First of all, it's just arrived as Supedrug in England. But I'm really curious if any of my Aussie mates have used the products, loved the products, what they think, then please let us know, because this is literally brand new to me. And why the heck not? Why the heck not? Makeup is so expensive. A basket of like 5 things is normally over 100 quid. So let's bring it on. Got to be in it to win it, haven't you? Right, okay, we're going in with my best beauty buys and also Christmas sort of festive fun as well. So we've got the Super Luminous from Beauty Pie. I've spoken about this loads. This is the newly reformulated version. It gives a little bit more cover. But if you are finding yourself putting on your foundation or your tinted moisturiser and it's dragging on your skin. So one, that could just be to do with the levels of hydration in your skin. And by the way, well, Lady Skin Food, this is a brilliant product, especially like me, if you walk the dog or you're outside in a lot of cold winter atmosphere. The Skin Food is just one of those lovely products that feels so rich and so hydrated. Lots of makeup artists use this before the models when they're doing a lot of catwalk shows and close-up beauty. It works really well in because it just gives this lovely emollient base to the complexion. And then you can put your base on and you get that lovely slip, which is the slip that I've got on my skin now. Look, it's just literally, there's no tension with my hand as it goes over my face. And I tell you these things because that happens to me, especially if I'm quickly doing my makeup. I've had some makeup on in the day, I'm just going to whiz out and I want to kind of like rejig my energy and myself and the way that I look and feel. And I'm like, oh no, it feels really dry. You can just put a little bit of this in with your existing base, for instance, and you can amp up the hydration in your foundation. So if you've got a medium to coverage foundation, but you're thinking, maybe I would like something a little bit lighter like Karen's using, just add a hyaluronic or a lovely, beautiful hydrating cream into that. whisk it and mix it all around and then put it on your skin, and you'll be sort of your own chemist, right? We don't need to keep buying, but that's just a lovely way. But in this season, for me personally, I am super dry. I'm just dry. So I just need to keep adding, and sometimes I'll put 2, possibly 3 layers of moisturiser on. And not so easy when I'm at work. I'll use lots of facial sprays at work, just to zoop up my skin because it just feels tight. Always been like that. Actually, that's a complete lie because I had loads of acne for 10 years. But whatever. Now I'm 52. It's definitely much drier. Anyway, that's dull, but that is lovely. Now this, and I talk about this a lot in terms of how you put your base on. Keep it light and fresh all over. This is shade light medium, by the way. And the overall effect is just sort of soft and glossy. I wonder how this light's looking. Normally I use daylight, but I sort of wanted to create a bit more of a sort of soft Christmassy feel, or seasonal feel. And then you need to match it with a concealer that lasts a bit longer. Now I have for a long time used the Erase by Maybelline just inside there because I love the way the sponge feels, so that's great. But I've chosen for this Luxe for Less Beauty the Milani Conceal and Perfect, because this is very much like the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I'm not going to use it on the rest of my face because this colour is the one that I've got. I wasn't thinking when I bought it, I needed to get one that's slightly darker so that I could use it to cover my pigmentation, etc. So I'd have to go a shade lighter. But what I'm doing is covering up my seasonal tiredness. So I'm putting it on my hand first. I find, a bit like the Hourglass Vanish, that a lot goes a long way. And if you overload this fine area of your face around your eyes where the skin is finer, it can really dehydrate and age the skin because it creates sort of dullness. So you want to kind of go light. Now, I'm always quite dark, like most of us, especially at this time of year in this area. So when you've done this sort of like, you know, reverse panda look here, do not panic. And this is one of the things that I find with people when I watch them do their makeup, is they're like, oh, put it on, oh no, oh. They're not allowing themselves to kind of go through that process with confidence. So just by pushing that in with the warmth of your finger, literally just the pads, just patting, so you're kind of distributing a little bit of it. You're softening it, you're blending it, you're not overloading that area, so you're not going to get the creases. And you can just see how just giving it 30 seconds even. You might want to go and do your blush, you might want to go and do your lips or eyebrows. It just makes all the difference and you'll get a much better finish. Now, if you're slightly oily, you can do a very little bit of light dusting of translucent powder underneath, but I'm just going to use a little bit of this just in these areas to knock back that shine, but to keep it just a little bit softer. Okay, so I'm just, because of my little seasonal nose, I'm going to use the Multitasker, which is very similar to the Milano, but I've got a lighter shade in this and a darker shade in this. So I'm just going to pop this around my nose. It should just come out of my makeup bag. The Milano, is that the right son? Milano? Milani, sorry. The Milani, sorry, is too light to put around my nose. I wanted that to have that brightness around my eyes. So I always tend to go for like the super, I always tend to go for the brightest, lightest colour that I can, because I know that I'm going to blend it into the base. So it's always going to go a little bit darker, but I get that brightness and I eradicate the darkness around my eyes. Does that make sense? Okay, so good. The little seasonal nose gone. I just did my eyebrows because we've got a lot to get through. So we can skip that stage. So I was sort of feeling sort of quite happy as I was thinking about this film, thinking that, yes, I really believe that you guys are similar to me, is that we really just love embracing makeup, whether it's a really lovely golden shimmery tan in the summer, or whether it's the sparkles and lashes of this sort of like festive season. I really do enjoy putting different makeup on as much as I enjoy putting different clothes on. It's the whole thing to me. So with my red top, I've got so many things to show you. So first of all, we're going to create a really beautiful shine with this new brand to me. It's from America. It's called About Face, and it's created by this singer-songwriter called Halsey. I'm actually not familiar with her music, I'm going to be honest. I will, over the holidays, actually look into that, because the makeup is really, really fun. It's all colour coded, so you can see all the colours quite clearly. You don't have to open the lid, which obviously for makeup artists is brilliant. But the textures are really nice, and I particularly like these eye paints. Now this looks like it's going to be coal, but it's not. It's a really, really warm gold. So I'm going to put this on to lighten and brighten my eyes, and then I'm going to add a little bit of drama with a very soft Kajal pencil. So smooth out any of the foundation that you might have, or concealer. Now I'm really fussy about the sparkles that I wear on my eyes, because my biggest is when you go to the bathroom and then you've got all the sparkles down your face. So when it dries out, when the carrier, the formula that allows you to brush this off, is so pretty. I'm just going to put a little bit underneath there, just a tiny little bit, dries out, then the glitter or sparkles can no longer adhere to the skin. There's nothing to hold them on. If you find that your eyes are a little bit dewy, you might get a little bit more longevity. But that's where, and especially the ones with the bigger crystals, they tend to fall. This has served me well. I've really enjoyed using it. And I love a bit of day sparkle, you know? It's quite nice to have a very clean makeup and then add a bit of sparkle to it in a neutral shade. It's kind of being neutral and fabulous. That's sort of like glam, kind of like at-home luxe wear, right? That's all the lovely soft caramels and nudes. Same with makeup, but you make it look expensive. And I'll do a little bit under the brow bone as well. Just go lightly on that. You wouldn't want to put too much all the way here, because I'd end up looking really, really heavy on my lids. So just on the inside there, just adding this touch of light, as I've talked about many, many, many times before. This is nice because this doe has a slight point. Just placing that there just also adds as a great distraction to a tired eye. Probably by the time Christmas Day comes. Right, we're going to go in with the Silk to Set Kajal liner in Pecan, which is from Hilden Beauty. Again, Victoria Beckham's, I'm sure she was inspired by the texture of Victoria Beckham's Kajal eyeliners, meaning that you've got a lovely soft application, I'll show you. And then, oh look, it's lovely, it's kind of like a really warm brown. And then you've got a moment and then it sets. So I'm going to go right in and right back underneath to really intensify the eye. Really down, and that's it. It's quite nice that this has got a little bit of red in, because I've got my red jumper. So I'm going to go straight in here. So that literally is the weight of the pencil. And then in here, and then close to go underneath. Or you can just literally lift your lid very softly and do that. Okay, and then to extend my eye out, I'm just going to do a little bit of smudge, literally laying the pencil like that. So it's a sort of very sort of toddler inspired liner. And then I'm going to blend that in. I've got enough on it that I want to be able to push back into the socket. I'm not going to use my fingers for that. I'm going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to blend that so that it just doesn't go into a mush. I'm actually being really precise on where I'm bringing this. I don't want it to go too far and too high into the socket. I just want to blend that line out so that it just smears and dilutes into the gold, but not looking too heavy, right? We're going to have that lovely accent of the eye, and when the mascara comes together, it will all come together. But I love the fact that I've got that darkness, and then look, just blend it out, creates that lovely, beautiful softness. Now then, taking the tip of the brush, not the side, I'm using the remnants just to push back. See, just to literally, it's literally almost a smudge of what's left on my brush. But look how that's created that definition then, opened out that eye. But it's actually looking like a socket. That was so easy. Everyone can do this. Or now what I haven't done is be quick, because it sets like it says. And I'm yabbering away. I forgot about this side. So let's just see how well we can do this. You'll notice that I haven't used the eyeliner on the top of my lid. I've just got on the outside in order to smudge that round, right? Using the tip, following that round, just acting on this really quickly, because if you've just got the sparkle, my eyes are going to look very flat. So you have to add and create the depth, which is so nice. Oh, I want to show you these lovely Marlin and Getz candles. It's such a lovely box. I've kept it for you all. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so lovely. Bear with me. Oh my gosh, I literally put it somewhere super safe. Over here, 1 second. Okay, I'll show you that in a sec. Just going to finish this eye just to make sure that we've got it all perfect. So using the tip of the brush to get it into that socket, but not spraying around, so you're being precise. Nice, right? Coming together. Before I do the mascara, look at this. Look at this beautiful graphic design. The design of the Marlin & Getz boxes are really, really beautiful. So you have 4 scents. You've got the leather, the bergamot, the strawberry, which doesn't smell like strawberry at all. Don't be put off with this. And the dark rum. Oh my God, look. And they're just little candles. I mean, that's another lovely, lovely gift. They burn for ages. The fragrances are lovely. I'm a huge fan of their tomato spray, the home fragrance. I have it in the downstairs toilet so that it always smells fresh. Hopefully when people come into my house, because I live with 4 baby men. Anyway, I just saved that for you because, again, if you want a nice stylish gift with like a really cool design box, I highly recommend that one. Right, don't want to forget things, because as I'm on the tube, bus at work, oh yeah, I need to tell the guys this and I need to tell them that. You're my little family and I don't want to forget things to share with you. The fragrance I'm wearing today, by the way, is Figure de Dalmatie. It's basically fig. Excuse me, I know I have a lovely couple of French followers, so please excuse my accent. Figure de Dalmatie, that's better. I have been speaking to Hannah from Beauty Pie for about 2 years. I think it's 2 years since they had this fragrance. In fact, I actually asked Marcia, please, do you have any more of this? Me and my goddaughter absolutely love it. It is the warmest fig fragrance I have ever tried, and I absolutely love it. So that's another top tip. Okay, to save myself from looking like I've been crying and rubbed soot in my eyes, I'm going to put my mascara on. So, can you believe I found another, I think I actually told you about this, another tubing mascara by Revolution. And the reason why I know, I'm sure I've told you this, is because I said it's a massive mascara, so it kind of puts you off. And it's a great brush. Anyway, we're using this mascara because this is my recommendation. But I don't think, in fact I know I didn't, use this colour. As you can tell, it is a really beautiful aubergine shade, which I thought would go lovely with the pecan eye. We're whacking it on. I really love the way that these kind of warm burgundy shades create or throw the balance against your eye colour. It's really nice on a blue and a green, on every eye colour. It's just so flattering, and it's kind of one of those things that's a bit je ne sais quoi. You're sort of looking at someone thinking, oh, your eye makeup looks nice. I can see a hue or an essence of colour, but I can't really see what it is. I really hope that you can see that nice and closely. And FYI, as I was chatting, how quickly did my lashes stand to attention? A lot of tubing mascaras take a long time to build up, but this is blooming excellent. I've got long, spiky lashes. Remember when you're doing your smoky eyes for this season, think of me when you're putting your mascara on, always double check that the tips of your lashes are always showing. So if you've got a big fat line, which looks amazing, you've got Amy Winehouse vibes, that's great. Just try and elevate your lashes so that they come above the actual eyeliner that you've created, because that will ensure that your eyes stay nice and wide and big. So this would be lovely with your little Christmas jumper. Woof! See the difference mascara makes, literally. I saw a lady on the tube the other day. I can't help myself, but obviously I look at people when they're not looking, quite do like a side eye. And she had made such an effort with her makeup, and she had a sparkly liner on, and it looked really beautiful. It was like a navy with like a pale pink sparkle in it, and that's what I noticed. But either she had put mascara on, but it was an old mascara, and it was just literally going, and she put it on her lashes. Like there was nothing left in the bottle. Or she just skipped it. I wasn't really sure, but it made her eyes look, as mine did a second ago, small. So, and she'd made such an effort with, you know, choosing this lovely kind of sparkly colour. And she was really lovely and, you know, well presented and dressed. I thought, oh, that's such a, damn it, just put a bit more mascara on and you'll look even more fabulous. So mascara always needs to be like upfront and personal. It needs to be right ahead of your eye makeup. And the darkest and smokiest of eye makeups, just make sure that you can see your lashes and that they stand out, and then you'll get that balance perfect. Okay, lovely. Sort of liking this up but down look. Anyone else kind of understand the whole kind of like itchy clip scratch thing? Anyway, talking to myself. Right, okay. Let's go in with the blush. Oh no, I didn't show you. I missed one out of the MCo Beauty quiz. Ready for this? Whoop. Oh yes, you're thinking, I know it, I know it, I know it, I know it. This might help you even more. Oh yeah, now it's going, oh yes, you're saying yes. So naughty. There we go. That's another blusher. This is not going to go with my look. This pink is too cool and my jumper is too hot. Tomato hot. So that's not going to go, so I can't use it. But I can use this blush, which is called Lucy. God, I'm taking my glasses. Okay. So, but I'm going to use this blush, which is called Lucy. So, I mean, you obviously kind of worked it out, but this is a dupe of the Westman Atelier. Now this is punchy, so I'm going in with, I was going to go in with my finger, but that had a little bit of sparkle on. So let me just go in with one of my brushes. Now, what I want to do with this is not create that sort of 80s lift. This is more of like a winter flush. Okay, so we've just been out for a lovely walk, coming back from the pub after a few glasses of red wine, and we've got that lovely, lovely flush upon our cheeks. See, it is punchy. We're not shy of pigment. The product is great, but I think a lot of people would put that on and go, oh no, I need something lighter. So let's go straight from the packaging, just a little bit over the nose. You can probably see I got a little bit of graze on my nose. Finished a long day at work. I got into the back of an Uber, you know, when they sort of like pull in handily at the side of the road, so you can hop in, and I whacked the parcel shelf on my nose. Literally, I thought, just get in the car, just go home. Thank you very much. Yes, got in, just sat there and went, oh, and then I thought, because it was cold, that my nose was running, and I just sort of kept dabbing my face. I didn't have a tissue. And I got home, it was a little bit late. No one was up. And I got home and I started washing my hands, and I looked in the mirror and my whole face was smeared in blood. It was a low moment. And it was a Monday. And it's taken weeks to heal. I think it's actually worse than I thought it was. Anyway, so rather than just kind of creating the two, rather than creating just the colour just either side of my cheeks, I've transferred it over my nose. Just take it on that little ski slope, lovely across that. And also I like just to add it, see, the tail of the brush, just that little bit of warmth just there and there. And that's just adding all the kind of colours back into the right place. It's really nice, really, really nice. I love these kind of colours this time of year, I really do. And I kind of need them, so I end up going like a little bit grey. All right, she'll do for now. So, Kiko has done some really beautiful things. It's really exciting. So another little gift idea for you. Look at this. Look, it's like a snow globe. And it's a highlighter. What a lovely gift. So you shake it, obviously. You really shake it. That wasn't as soft as a snow globe. That's really settled in. Let's turn it upside down and shake it. Oh, it's got a little ball in it. And it becomes like this lovely, lovely highlighter. So let's see how that actually works. You could, I don't know if you'd, but you could probably put it all over your skin, but what actually would be really nice, oh, it's for your shoulders if you're wearing a strappy dress. Okay, so let me show you how that's looking. Okay, so it's not too runny. Oh, it's lovely. Oh gosh, that is really gorgeous. Oh, and it feels very, see the difference there? It feels very serumy too. Doesn't feel watery, but I need to place that. Let me use my same blusher brush. I can take it off my hand because you don't want too much. Oh, that's nice. Now be warned, don't go too crazy. I'm sort of putting this, oh, it's very nice. And it glides on because I've got the sparkle on my eyes as well. You don't want to put sparkle on the eyes, sparkle on the lips, sparkle on the cheekbones necessarily. This is actually sort of looks like skincare in a way, so you can probably get away with it. That actually works. I'm happy with that. I wouldn't put any on my nose or anywhere else, just on those little sides of your cheekbones there to kind of cascades down the eye. I think that's quite nice. But that, I just thought, who would not like that? And you can put it on your body, you can put it on your legs. So it's called the Snow Kissed Holiday Highlighter. Very nice, but I just love the snow globe thing. Now, Dior have some really, really beautiful sparkly lipsticks, and I'll do that next week. I'm probably just going to carry on the same beauty chat. Is that all right for next week? Just like chat and fun and, you know, dressing up and all that kind of stuff. Just let me know. It's kind of quite nice because I often get focused on the looks that I'm doing and then I sort of forget about the beauty chat. Maybe me to do like a beauty news once a week. So anyway, here are the Kiko lippies. How lovely. The textures are like velvety and sparkly all at the same time. I think, which one should I put on now? I'm sort of veering towards this one or this one. This is too bright and matchy with my jumper and that's jarring. That's nice, it's got a little bit of warmth. Let's see if I pull it back from the camera. So that's nice, that's a little bit softer. That would be more neutral. Should we just see what the neutral one looks like first? I don't want to ruin it, but just such a nice gift. I wouldn't necessarily think of buying someone a lipstick as a gift, but when it's all bedazzled like this, it's rather nice. Anyway, shush, put it on. Oh yeah. Oh, so it's more metallic than I thought. Okay, I thought it was just like a coating. I'm impressed. It's got a lovely sheen to it. It's really cool. I love that. I actually didn't think it was going to be that nice to wear. I'm going to try the red one on as well, see what you think. Okay, I'm not going to spend hours perfecting it. But what a lovely kind of dewiness it's got to it. And there's a subtle sparkle, but it's not overpowering. Love. Okay, and let me take off the remains of that. Right, okay, just remove that. Actually, there was quite a lot of glitter left on my lip afterwards. Anyway, let's go in with the slightly brownier reddy one, and this is O2 from the Snow Kiss collection. Imagine if you were just going to like Iceland for Christmas. This would just be like your perfect makeup, right? Oh, different again. Oh no, I was going to say I don't like the red in the red, but as I'm building it, it's going a little bit darker. And it is Christmas, so yeah. It's got a nice shaped bullet. Got a slight point at the end. So that's my first coat. Rub, rub, rub. Just sort of pushing all that colour in. Trusty cotton bud. Get rid of the excess. Soften that line. Again on the lip. And then we're going to go in with a really lovely Rimmel lip liner. Really nice. Oh My Plump Lip Shaper from Rimmel. These are new and are, again, like the Hilden eyeliner pencils, not inspired by Victoria Beckham, but they're really, really soft. So it's a brown, you can see, and I'm doing that with the red. The reason I'm doing that is just to anchor it. Can you sort of see the difference? It just softens that line. Because it's a different colour to the red, it just helps again the shape migrate into your features. Kind of like creating like a soft contour. I do less on this lip and more in the lipstick because I don't really want to push the colour too far because of my jiggly jaggy line. Good. Lovely. I'm thrilled to bits with that. So I'm a bit of like a snow, was it a snow-kissed, sun-kissed, snow-kissed, so snow-kissed queen. There we go. Lovely. Right. Have I given you too much information? Probably, but I really enjoyed it and I do like this fun season and there's so many great things that you can treat yourself to that don't cost a fortune and gift to others. Anyway, please follow me and share me with your friends. That would be a nice Christmas gift to me. That would be so nice of you. Thank you very much and see you next week after.